Oh, hi. Hi. Welcome to the channel. So today I'm gonna give my thoughts about the new season of The King of the Hill. If y'all don't know, I am currently watching season 7, so y'all could expect a ranking of all 14 seasons. I also have ranked Futurama in the past. If y'all want to see it, check it in the cards. So let's just get into this. First of all, when they announced that this show was coming back, and I didn't even know because I'd be on Reddit and everything else like Facebook. I didn't know that King of the Hill got canceled for the Cleveland show. I liked the Cleveland show, but it did not even get to stick around long. So that's crazy how it got canceled for that, and then it got brought back. Like with Futurama, it's back. Nobody really talks about it, but it is back as well. More people need to talk about it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna talk to y'all about some bits and pieces of the show. So the first episode, we see them coming back from Saudi Arabia, and of course Peggy is telling everybody on the plane Hank's business, talking about my husband is in the bathroom and he has a narrow. Like, girl, you did this in the original. We will talk about that in that video. But let me just say, Peggy thinks she's a know-it-all, but really, you don't know much. Like she in one of the episodes, well, that's neither here nor there. Like no, basically, actually it relates because in this one she's speaking the language of the Saudi Arabians, right? And she was getting it wrong, just like she was getting the Spanish wrong. She think everybody don't know Spanish, but she's a know-it-all. Peggy is a know-it-all. Let's just rant about Peggy, okay? And then Bobby, all you see him talking about is his restaurant. But I do looking at Bobby, past Bobby and Bobby now, he's actually doing something with his life, which is pretty surprising because we did not know what he was going to do with his life. And yeah, like, and he doesn't really go to school. That's not really surprising. Like, he doesn't go to college. Um, because when you see a child, he didn't really jam well with school because there was one episode in the earlier seasons. I'm saying this OG, like it's a continuation. This season is a continuation of the show. It's just set years after the fact. He had Peggy help him with his homework. Like he had his own mama help him with his homework. And then we see it and we see Connie and Bobby are not together. So I'm like, this is very shocking. The animation do look slightly different. There's an episode with a book nook. Peggy added a book nook for everybody, and I guess it caused some sort of ruckus. I almost thought that Joseph found out that Redcorn is actually his dad. His voice actor is different. Yeah, I also didn't know that Brittany Murphy, may she rest in peace, also had played Joseph for 4 seasons before it switched over to another actor. And then for this new reboot, it switched again. I was also, don't make fun of me, but I was also shocked to see a lot of black people because you didn't really see a lot of them in the previous seasons. Like you see one here or there, but and then we have the amazing Keith from Greenleaf voicing the neighbor. Brian, is it? Loved that. Bring him back for another season, please. And R.I.P. to Dale Gribble's original voice actor, Johnny Hardwick. You could definitely hear the differences of the voices. Um, I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do with John Redcorn's character because he did die a couple months ago. So I want to know what they're going to do with that. Bobby's new girlfriend. He has a girlfriend. She's a little on the weird side. And again, she was looking at her daddy naked. Why are you looking at his daddy naked? That is very weird. A character I do miss and I do love is Luann, but I get they basically just wrote them out entirely because Luann and her husband, her character, both of their voice actors are no longer with us, so they did not include them in this, which I get. Like you see them in the beginning when Peggy and Hank come back from Saudi Arabia, the way Peggy liked to say it, but that was about it. Also, Bobby's girlfriend got some sort of vendetta. She takes a crap on Jerry Jones's picture because she got beef with him. What else? That is very terrifying. The tribute to Dale's voice actor made me want to cry. Something I hated episode 8. Something about episode 8 I hated. I was very shocked to see Khan and Min have been divorced for 2 years. Love the new guy. I do love how they did the season. It felt very organic. It felt like some shows can't get it right. Like Futurama, they sort of got it right. This show, they got it right. There's some shows that get brought back and it just don't hit. And this one hit it right on the nose. Cotton's gone. We see Cotton GH had grown up as a teenager. There's rumblings that he was actually supposed to be 9 years old because the show has been gone since like 2010, but at the same time, it does make sense. It do make sense. I didn't even know the show went off when I was like graduating high school. I didn't even know. Like it's been off that long. Khan's voice actor, please change him. Please. What was that? When he popped up and he was doing his little stick talking, I was like, who the hell is this? This don't sound nothing like him. I get it. They changed the voice actor so he could go ahead and play Dale. Can he do both like how Brittany Murphy did it back in the day? Because that voice actor ain't cutting it. He is not cutting it. Overall, I will give the new season an 8. Khan's voice was annoying. I liked seeing Hank be a little open. Oh, that was another thing about Hank. He hated being retired. Like there was this one episode where he's helping Boomhauer, right? And he was doing this thing, like working, doing little gigs for people. And he basically did not want to open up. I've always had a problem with Hank. Hank never wants to open up about himself. He ready to open up about his son, his wife, the dog. RIP to the dog, because the dog is nowhere featured in this series. And he basically talked about how Peggy was having trouble after they, and she had gave birth and the baby latching on and stuff like that, trying to connect with these two people who eventually used it on their YouTube channel to basically give dirt, like using it as content. And I liked how they made it more modernized, like the YouTuber thing. There's a lot of different things. Oh, the Uber, he was like, I'm gonna give you a 4 because that gives you something to improve on. That was so funny to me. Like Hank is very honest, he is very real, and yeah, I love the show. I was glad to see it back. Here's to another to a new season 15. Like, come on, let's get it with it. But yeah, that is my thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you gotten to see the new season, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section. Bye bye.